The Indiana Fever just broke a WNBA record, and it happened before the season even started. This is something that has never been done in the history of the league, and it proves exactly what everyone suspected about Caitlin Clark's impact on women's basketball. Let me explain what just happened and why it changes everything. The Fever announced that all 44 of their regular season games will be nationally televised in 2026, every single game. That's a WNBA record. No team in league history has ever had their entire schedule broadcast nationally. Not the Aces dynasty, not the Liberty Championship run, not the Storm, not the Lynx during their 4-title run. Only the Indiana Fever. Only Caitlin Clark. This is the first year of the WNBA's new media rights deal. Networks looked at every team in the league and made a business decision. They're betting everything on one franchise, one player, and that player is Caitlin Clark. Think about what that actually means. A BC, ESPN, NBC, CBS, Prime Video, every major network looked at the schedule and said, "We want Indiana Fever games." Not some of them, not the marquee matchups. They divvied up all 44 between them. Now, you might be wondering, is this really about Caitlin Clark? Or is it about the team? Let me show you the numbers that answer that question. In 2024, Clark's rookie year, WNBA viewership, jumped to 940,000 average viewers. That's nearly double what it was the year before. The 4 most-watched games of the 2025 season all featured Caitlin Clark, all 4. The season opener pulled 2.7 million viewers. That's not a WNBA record, but it's a massive number for a regular season game. And here's the crazy part. Clark only played 13 games in 2025. 13 out of 44. She dealt with a groin injury, then an ankle injury during rehab. She missed 31 games. And the league still grew viewership by 3%. That tells you 2 things. 1, the WNBA is in a healthier place than it's ever been. And 2, Caitlin Clark's 13 games were enough to move the entire needle for the season.
I think mostly on dead balls, I'm the best. I think I'm the best transition player in the league. That's where I thrive. Everybody knows that's my game. So, getting the ball off of rebound or in transition, that's probably when I'm going to be the primary ball handler more than anything. And then
Clark knows what she does best. Transition, pushing pace, creating chaos before defenses can get set. And networks know what they're paying for. Highlight plays, logo threes, no-look passes, the stuff that breaks the internet and drives ratings. But this national TV announcement isn't just about Clark. It's about what veterans around the league are saying about her, and one player just made a statement that confirms everything the networks already believe. If you want breakdowns like this on the Fever, Caitlin Clark, and everything happening in the WNBA, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Now let me show you what a championship veteran just said about Clark that has people talking. Myisha Hines-Allen is a 9-year WNBA veteran. She won a championship in 2019. She's played for multiple teams. She's seen the league from every angle. And when she signed with the Indiana Fever this offseason, she didn't sugarcoat why she came.
Being able to play with Caitlin Clark, I think that was a huge eye-opening. I had the opportunity to play with one of the greatest players that's ever going to play the game of basketball. So for me, once I also heard that she really wants me here too, I was like, oh, well, let's get it done then. There's no questions about it. So
one of the greatest players that's ever going to play the game of basketball. Not one of the best young players. Not one of the rising stars. One of the greatest ever. That's what Hines-Allen said about Caitlin Clark, a veteran who has played against and alongside some of the best talent in WNBA history, just called a third-year player one of the all-time greats. And she didn't stop there. Hines-Allen said once she heard that Clark wanted her in Indiana, the decision became easy. No questions about it. That's the Caitlin Clark effect in real time. Veterans are choosing to sign with the Fever specifically because they want to play with her. Think about what that means for roster construction. Indiana isn't just adding role players. They're attracting championship-caliber talent who are making career decisions based on one player. That's LeBron-level gravity. That's the kind of pull only generational players create. Hines-Allen brings exactly what the Fever needed. Rebounding, defense, physicality. She averaged 7.6 points and 6 rebounds last season. But those numbers don't tell the whole story. She's a 2019 WNBA champion. She knows what it takes to win at the highest level. And she came to Indiana because she believes Clark can get them there.
Why is Indy like the spot for me? I think this is a perfect fit for me. The way I play, the way that they play. I think it's like a match made in heaven. So I'm excited to get to play with these women.
Hines Allen plays hard, defends multiple positions, and does the dirty work. Clark pushes pace and creates opportunities. Boston anchors the paint. Mitchell spaces the floor, the pieces fit. But here's what makes Hines Allen's comments even more significant. She's not the only veteran saying this. The entire league is watching what's happening in Indianapolis. And players are noticing that the Fever aren't just building a contender. They're building around a player who changes everything. Aaliyah Boston talked about this exact thing on her podcast. She mentioned watching Caitlin's one-handed catch and pass during training camp. And she pointed out how Hines Allen turned around after catching it with a look that said, "This is the real deal."
Caitlin looked healthy,
Yep,
right?
Caitlin is
We saw
go.
the one-handed catch and pass, which was really nice. I mean, shoot.
That's what happens when veterans see Clark's game up close for the first time. They realize it's different. The timing, the vision, the ability to make passes that shouldn't be possible. Hines Allen has played against elite point guards her entire career, and one training camp pass made her stop and think this is special. Now let's connect all of this back to why it matters. The national TV announcement, Hines Allen calling Clark one of the greatest ever, veterans choosing Indiana as a destination, all of it points to the same thing. The Fever are no longer a rebuilding project. They're a championship threat built around a generational player. And Clark is healthy, fully cleared, 100% go. She spent the entire offseason in Indianapolis preparing for this season. She played pickup games designed to replicate actual game situations. She tracked her heart rate, accelerations, and movement data to compare against her rookie year and her limited games in 2025.
A lot of the time people play pickup and they're playing to a score. Like, we kind of changed it up to make it a little bit more game-like, where we're playing like time. So kind of playing like to the first media timeout, or like a 6-minute game a little bit more than a media timeout. So you can kind of feel I mean, obviously there's only so much you can do to replicate a real game. You're never going to fully get that, but doing everything we can to kind of
Clark didn't just work out casually. She engineered her preparation, timed possessions, tracked data, compared metrics, built her body back intentionally. That's not someone hoping to stay healthy. That's someone preparing to dominate for 44 games. And the networks are betting on it. All 44 games nationally televised. That's not a gamble. That's a calculated business decision based on what they've already seen from Caitlin Clark and what they expect to see in 2026. Indiana opens the regular season May 9th against the Dallas Wings. Paige Buchers, Azzi Fudd, two of the last 3 #1 overall picks, facing off against Caitlin Clark at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That game is going to draw massive viewership. And it's just the start. Every road game the Fever play will pack arenas. Opposing teams will sell out buildings because fans want to see Caitlin Clark. The league knows it. The networks know it. And now veterans like Myisha Hines Allen are saying it out loud. Clark is one of the greatest players the game will ever see. That's not hype. That's not exaggeration. That's a 9-year veteran with a championship ring putting it on the record. The Fever broke a WNBA record before the season even started. All 44 games nationally televised. And the reason is sitting right there in Indianapolis, fully healthy, preparing to prove she's the best player in the league. What do you think? Can Caitlin Clark lead the Fever to a championship this season? And is she already one of the greatest players in WNBA history? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on the Fever, Caitlin Clark, and everything happening in the WNBA. We'll see you in the next one.